Hello everyone, let's talk about VAT. So VAT is value added tax that you have to pay on purchases you make, and if you are VAT registered, you have to charge VAT on the sales that you make. If your turnover is over £85,000 per year, you have to be registered for VAT. And if your turnover is expected to increase this threshold in coming 30 days, then also you have to register for VAT. So if any of these apply to you, you definitely need to register for VAT. Now, how does this work? So when you make purchases and any purchases that you've made and there is VAT on that and you've paid for that VAT, if you are VAT registered, you can reclaim for that VAT element of that purchase, which is usually 20%. So let's say you purchase something for £120, £20 out of that is VAT, you can reclaim that £20. Also, once you are registered for VAT, you have to charge VAT on your sales. So let's say you sell something for, again, £100, and you were selling it for £100 at the point where you were not VAT registered. Now you need to sell it for £120, and £20 of that you need to pay to it belongs to HMRC. But how it works is that the VAT you collect on your sales and the VAT you have paid on your purchases, it nets off, and the remaining balance is what you pay to HMRC or what you reclaim from HMRC. So that's how VAT works. There are some, usually VAT rate is 20% in United Kingdom, but there are some items where VAT is 0%. For example, on children's clothes, the VAT is 0%. On domestic energy, the VAT is 5%. And obviously there are lots of other examples as well. You don't need to register for VAT if you are operating in a sector which is exempt from VAT. For example, insurance, finance, education and training. So these are the sectors that which are exempt from VAT. Also, one question that I get asked the most is, if you have not crossed your threshold, should you register for VAT? So that depends on various factors. There are pros of registering for VAT, even though you're not legally obliged to do so, but there are cons as well, and that massively depends on your business's circumstances. So for example, I would say, if your business provides services or goods to other businesses who are already VAT registered, then you should definitely register for VAT, because your customers wouldn't mind paying you VAT, because they would reclaim that regardless. But if you're selling to consumers, or you're selling to like really small businesses who are not registered for VAT, then you shouldn't register for VAT, because to do that you will have to increase your price to include the VAT element in your sales price, and that will then it can throw you out of competition because your prices have increased. Also, if you have if you're exporting to other countries outside Europe, you don't need to have VAT on your sales. So there are like lots of, VAT is a complicated area and lots of things apply on it. So definitely consult an accountant if you are thinking of registering for VAT, or if you have any questions on VAT. If you register for VAT, not straight away, but after some time, you can reclaim VAT on some of your previous purchases. So in order to reclaim VAT on goods, you still need to have those goods. So for example, you purchased some stationery and you paid VAT on that stationery at the time of purchase. So now if you still have, and now you have registered for VAT after some time, after 1 year or something, if you have that stationery still in your stock, all of it, then you can reclaim VAT you have paid on that, provided you have proof of purchase, the receipts, the invoices. If you don't have that item in your stock anymore, you're not holding that item anymore, you cannot reclaim VAT on that. In terms of services, you can only reclaim up to 6 months prior to the registering for VAT. So yeah, this is briefly VAT. You have to, there are different schemes for VAT as well. There's standard scheme, there's flat rate scheme, there's cash basis. So yeah, if you have any questions on VAT, ask your accountant, take an accountant's help, and make sure you have records for your VAT returns and you're submitting your VAT returns on a timely basis, because the penalties could be hefty if you are missing your VAT submissions.